Yes, that big discussion about whether or not we should pay reparations for the slave trade is just around the corner. But, in other news, the winner of this year's Oscars for Best Actor and Actress might be the last, because the Academy Awards could be moving towards more gender-neutral terms. Great. It comes as the Academy Awards are facing mounting pressure to follow this year's Grammys by replacing all male and female awards with Best Performer or Best Performance. Well, to shed some more light on this, I am very happy to be joined by the epic Showbiz reporter, it's Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, good to see you again. Fantastic stuff. What's going on then? Is there much of a clamour for this, really?
Unfortunately, Patrick, there is. I think it's the Los Angeles Times that called the Best Actress category sexist and outdated, which is, ludicrous, because if you look at the statistics in the last decade, women have had less than 34% of the dialogue in films. 40% have been, had the starring role in movies. So I think that if you have women and men up against each other, what are the odds that a woman is going to walk away with that award when they really don't have enough content to work with?
Do you think this would end up disadvantaging men or women more, really, or is it just hard to know?
I do think it would end up damaging women more because, like I said, just statistically, you're going to go see a movie with The Rock. You're going to go see a movie with Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. When you think of movie stars, I think that you can name like 20 men. And I really don't think that the women can, Reese Witherspoon, I think of Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, but I do think that the men outweigh the women in this scenario. It was Goldie Hawn that told Variety magazine this month, that the Oscars have become too politicized and they lack glamour and they lack class. I think that this would be a damaging mistake that they could make. In 2021, only 10 million people watched. In 2022, 16 million, but we all know we tuned in because of the slap. I'm completely guilty of it. Yeah. That's when I was like, oh, let's turn the Oscars on. Will Smith has been assaulted, or Will Smith is assaulting. But I do think that this would be very damaging towards them. People are tuning out because they're just like, oh, you guys are going to high five each other. It's not really the world we're living in right now.
Yeah, I think it does more to erase women than promote any kind of rights whatsoever. When we was the Brit, Sam Smith decided to come out as whatever he is, and this was before we did an impression of a honey roast ham. But
he's a fish of them, Patrick. Don't forget.
He's a fisher. He's a couple of things. I'm not sure if he's a fish of them, but yes. And so, who is this actually appealing to? Because for the sake of this massive hoo-ha and change, does it not deny potentially women the right to get their glad rags on and go and win an award for being the best actress? Some women want to be an actress. They don't want to be an actor. Them.
Absolutely. And if there are so many people that don't identify as something specific, then why don't we create a category for them versus eliminating the female category and eliminating something that women have fought very hard for? You go to a million auditions to get your first gig, and then you've got to crawl up this impossible, the task to become a movie star is insane. And so I just think that it really does erase women, and we should elevate women. It's so funny that this is coming out the day after International Women's Day. They're like, yay, women. By the way, you don't matter.
Yeah, so true. Such a good point. Look, Kinsey, thank you very, very much. Great to have you on. No doubt I'll be speaking to you again